How y'all doing?
So I'm going to start this by saying you don't have to have a professional nail drill. I went from spending $40 to $50 on my nails every 2 weeks to now spending close to nothing. The nail drill that I use is this Saviland nail drill, and I will show you my favorite bits as well, because I do have dried up gel polish all over my table. My favorite bit for getting under your nails and around the nail would be this small one right here. And then my favorite bit of all time would be this one. I use this for anything from taking off gel nail polish to taking off gems and crystals and everything else. This is my all-time favorite bit. These are the only 2 bits that I even use. Let's get started. Oh, I don't use all the fancy products. My favorite gel polish nail builder of all time is Beetles. It is the only one that I've used so far that I have found does not burn when you put it on your natural nail. So I did start maybe a year and a half ago. First products that I'm going to start out with, these are the buffers. I honestly go for like the cheapest things that I can find on Amazon or Temu, whatever. I think I got a whole thing of these, $5 maybe, and I've never had to buy another pack. And as you can see,
I still have these and all of these.
I thought maybe I could inspire some other people, especially have good nails, but not spend a fortune. Let's be honest, we don't want to go to the nail salon anyway.
We know they'd be talking about us under their breath.
They do have those ear things though now that you can put in, and they look like Bluetooth earphones.
I've always wanted to use one of those.
What I would recommend,
Nail dust. Keeper. Taker. Whatever. That way you don't breathe it in and die at a young age.
I always want to start by putting my mask on. I think I got all these masks for $5 on Amazon.
Let's be real, I used the same one more than once.
If you can't afford to buy all these things at once, buy one thing per check, and eventually you will have what you need.
It is way cheaper than going to the nail salon.
I don't use gloves when I'm doing my own nails.
Let's be so for real right now. Ain't nobody got time and money for that, so.
I did get this nail dust collector on Amazon. It comes with a little light, which is actually really handy. Right now, this is what my nails look like. It was just Halloween. A lot of people will soak their nails off, but mine are pretty much all coming off anyway, so I will just take them off. The ones that I can, and then the ones that I can't, I'm just gonna fill. I'm gonna start by putting my favorite bit on. Eventually I'll get one of those tripods that look down.
Let us begin.
And I like to put this on my shirt or my pants because it
Makes me feel like super professional.
While I wait for that to charge, I'm gonna go ahead and buff the natural nails that I can. If you have to do your own dishes, and I have not been given...
The gracious glory of having a dishwasher.
Well, I do have a dishwasher, and her name is...
Alyssa.
And that's my only dishwasher ever since I've been out on my own. She's great.
You want to go ahead and make sure that you buff really well. Disclaimer, I am not a professional nail tech. I do not have my license. I do this strictly for myself, and constructive criticism is accepted, but please do not bash me in the comments.
I will cry.
Thank you. You want to make sure that your natural nail is super buffed. You don't want that nail to rise. You want it to have something to stick to, or else it's going to lift and you're going to get frustrated. Now, I know a lot of people that do gel nails way better than me. I'm showing you guys a pretty budget-friendly way to do your own nails and make them look halfway decent for a cheap price and stay on for a while. Make sure that you're not skipping any of the steps if you don't want them to lift very quickly. At the end, I just kind of use a makeup brush and just kind of brush it all into the filter. Okay, I'm gonna use a emery board and just kind of even out the tips of my nails. Along the video, I am going to tell you some non-negotiables. One of the non-negotiables is going to be the emery board. Some people use a glass nail file. It's kind of to each their own, but an emery board and one of these, once you get the feel of using a nail drill.
Watch a million YouTube videos before you do it because I've burned myself a million times.
But once you get the feel of using the nail drill and use different nail drill bits, then you will decide by what works best for you, which ones are your favorite. If I didn't want to change out my nail bit,
I wouldn't have to.
I just use this one to get under my nail. If there's like some clumped up gel underneath that cures clumped, then you can even it out. Or the gel's kind of, you know, on your skin. I have really short nails, so sometimes the gel does get on my skin.
I know.
Kind of make it to where you have that lip under your nail from your skin to your nail. Thin out your natural nail too much, which can happen very easily, especially when you first get started doing nails, because you're going to be all excited and you're going to want to do different sets all the time. Just using the single-use buffers because...
Let's get real. I use them more than once.
So they last me a long time. I'm just kind of cleaning up this nail that I built myself.
So I'm gonna dust everything off.
I will do a video of my nail desk setup. That way you guys can kind of see what I'm using. One of the non-negotiables that I would say is I'm using the Alcohol by Beauty Secrets in Cherry Scent. You're going to need a quick cure light. This is going to be another non-negotiable. You're gonna want lint-free nail wipes because you don't want lint all over your nails. I use these. These are from Temu. Another non-negotiable.
This is an absolute non-negotiable.
You're going to need this set from Amazon. So I use these every single time I do my nails. It's a kit that comes with these 3 items from Amazon or Temu. I think I got all 3 of these for like $1 on Temu or like $2, whatever. And they are durable, sturdy, like
They working, okay?
You're going to do your own nail art. Get the cleanup brush that has the little daughter. This is my second nail drill from Savvyland because my first one used to put my quick cure light in this part of it, and
Just take the easy way out.
so I had to get a different one. Luckily, they were nice enough to send me a new one. I usually put mine on 5 when I'm taking gel polish off my nails. And see me doing it. You want it to be going the opposite way of you when you're taking off gel polish. I did start out without a nail drill, and then I got like a super cheap one. I didn't start out with all this, just to let you know. But I will tell you, it took me about 6 hours to do a full set on and off. 6 to 8 hours. Because of all the filing I had to do. Luckily, I've only got a couple nails that I have to take the gel polish off of. But doing nails, I was excited at first. It was so fun. Now, especially with an almost 6-year-old and a 7-year-old, not realistic that I can sit here and do my nails for hours on end. Once you have all the polish off, you're gonna have a really funky looking nail like that. And I did used to just use a nail file and not have a mask. It did affect my breathing. I could feel it in my lungs. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on 3. I can get any like dead skin around my nails. It's not gonna hurt me. Turn this back up to 5. I really don't go any more than 5 or 7 on here. One reason is because I want to prolong this nail drill as long as I can. And another reason, because I don't want to hurt myself. I've burned myself with this before and it isn't fun. It hurts.
Don't be scared of the nail drill, but also know that it does have potential to hurt you.
I'm going to go ahead and go under the nail with a different bit. Just press pause. Change your bit. Press play. And I like to just go around the nail just in case there's any like leftover gel or anything from my last set. And let's turn this down to 3. You can go on your skin with them and it won't hurt, but they do have the potential to really reshape your nail, really open your cuticle up. Don't want that to happen. Watch a bunch of videos, listen to people's warnings, and you'll get the hang of it. It's not difficult at all. It is time consuming though, which every time I go to the nail salon, I don't know about you, but I just feel like they always do a good job. I don't like feeling like I'm spending $50 on something that I could easily do myself the way that I want it done. We're pretty much done with the drilling. This is a Sally Hansen cuticle remover. I already went ahead and put it on my cuticles, so now I'm going to use this guy and just push your cuticle down. This is another thing that is really going to help that nail tip stay if you decide to put a fake nail tip on. It's not lying, it really does dissolve your cuticle very quickly. Well, you don't have to have this, but it really does help. This hand is prepped and ready for false nails, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same on the other side.
You realize you're zoning out, thinking about what you're gonna make for dinner. In this economy, too stubborn to get a husband.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
Just be careful with these.
I have made myself bleed so many times with these.
If you're taking dead skin off, it will not hurt. Please watch somebody's videos, because some people don't even use them. They are scary and they can hurt you very badly. Okay, another non-negotiable I have is a little container to put some alcohol in. That way you can do your cleanup while you're doing your nails. I'm going to spray a little bit, make sure all my nails are cleaned off. I did just dust my table off into the dust collector. That way no dust gets on my nails. Okay, so I have ordered some new cleanup brushes because
Mine are 100% jank.
that's what we're gonna use because we're
Be on a budget.
make sure that I got. Oh, this is the dehydrator. Don't really want to double dehydrate.
Just got a little bit of gel on my hand, on my finger.
I'm gonna use my nail dust collector here as a table. These are clean, they're a little crusty. These are non-negotiable. These protect your hands from the UV lights. Okay.
That's fantastic. I love that for myself.
I'll be back. Now that I have that fixed, I'm going to put the primer on. You absolutely cannot skip the dehydrating and priming process if you want your nails to stay. I'm gonna try to make it to where you can see
You want to really get in there?
every part of your nail. You kind of just want to like,
Massage it in there.
now go ahead and do that to the other 9. Some people will tell you to only do one hand first, which I do agree, but I have to go make dinner, so I'm gonna do this fast. For me, I like to put kind of a glob on it, and I like to just pull. Basically, you're gonna push towards the cuticle as much as you can without touching it and pull. Now you want this layer to be thin, and this is gel, so however you push it down, that's how it's gonna cure. So you need to have it how you like it. And depending on what kind of gel you use, some of them you don't want to do like this. Some of them you want to do like zigzags like that. Some of them you want to twirl like that. But this one, I've learned that it's just best if I kind of just push it around. You'll understand once you get into the flow of it and start to see which products you like more. Like I said, I'm going to get
Well,
one.
those tripods things, but
As you can see, I'm kind of pushing down. And if you get any on your skin, and I repeat,
if you get any on your skin,
I'll show you what to do. You do want to do this when your primer is kind of tacky. You don't want to put it on there when your primer is soaking wet, or else it won't stick. And you can leave a little space from your nail to your cuticle, like right here. You're going to want to get any gel off your nail, dip it in alcohol, push, wipe your brush off, and then get the rest off. You don't want to wipe off the polish, and if you see more polish, you don't want to
Go after it again.
because you're going to have gel on your brush. You're going to want to dip it in alcohol. This can be kind of exhausting because you have to keep doing it. That's why you should just try not to get gel on your nail. I'm clumsy and it just happens to me no matter what. So I just always am prepared. Every time, dip in alcohol, wipe your brush off. Dip in alcohol, wipe your brush off. If gel cures on your skin, you could develop an allergy. And my mom had a friend in high school that did acrylics, and
her fingers either had to get removed, like cut off, or they fell off. I forgot, but yeah, I'm not trying to have that happen to me.
I am going to make sure that I have no gel anywhere on my skin. That's why you need to make sure.
Really make sure.
A lot of nail artists will tell you that you can use this little ball tool, and you can just go around like this on the bottom of the cuticle, and it will help you. And there is cleanup brushes for $3 on Amazon.
Which is why I have old crusty dusty musty right here.
So here we go. I'm going to cure her for a minute. Usually I cure her for 30 seconds to a minute, just depending.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Nancy.
Nancy's about to give out.
She says, I'm tired, boss.
But while that's curing, I can go ahead and show you nails that I'm going to be using today. Is Ailsa Short Almond. I like the ones that have the matte inside, so it says no file, but
Your girl gone file it.
I'm gonna cure for another 30 seconds.
Because you want to make sure your bottom layers are completely cured, or else your top layer are going to be cured on top of non-cured, which is going to be like,
Eating a jelly-filled donut or something.
It's just, it's not gonna work out for you, okay? That could also cause an allergy. So these are cured. Take your quick cure light.
I'm going to put it in here and hope that nothing bad happens.
But usually I use my extension cord or my desk. When you are checking which nail is going to fit, you need to make sure that the nail goes from the end of your sidewall on one side, like there's no nail showing on the other side of it, to the other end, okay? Some nail sets will not have the perfect size for you, so you might have to get one that's close or too big, file it a little to make the shape.
You gotta do what you gotta do, okay?
Some of us have weird shaped nails.
I'm going to check and see which nails fit my fingers.
And we will get these out.
See that? That little tiny bit of space? This is too small. You need to make sure it goes all the way over it. This is a perfect fit. Goes from sidewall to sidewall. Fits perfectly. I lay them out in the order that I'm going to be putting them on. Might have to file that one just a tiny bit on the left side. Perfect. This is another non-negotiable in my opinion. It clips your nails. Since I already had the thumbnails on, I'm not going to soak them off. I see no point when I can just shape them myself.
That's just a little bit of a shaping.
If you see that your nail is like not looking natural enough and you kind of want it to curve down a little, push with the emery board down. It will give you that more natural curved look.
Dollar Tree has pink trash bags right now.
If you bougie on a budget and you walk around Dollar Tree selling candles acting like you a Target girly, that's for you.
Also, I think I got this for like $1 on Temu. I just made my own little almond shaped nail. So you can build your own nails if you want. It takes a little bit longer. I will wipe that off. When you're done curing your nails with some builder gels, it will be sticky afterwards. It doesn't matter while you're doing your nails, but when you're done doing your nails, it might be sticky and you're
Like, what the heck? It didn't cure all the way.
It did. You just have to wipe it off with alcohol and it'll be fine. Everyone does it differently, I think. But what I do is I have short nails, remember, so I don't need a lot. But I make sure that this is the correct nail. I put a little bit. You want this to be very thin, and you want to make sure it's all the way on your nail. If you're wiping gel off your hands or your fingernail, whatever, you want to make sure you're using a clean, lint-free wipe, because if you use a dirty one, it already has gel on it. You're basically spreading gel around on your skin, and even if you can't see it and you cure your nail, it could cure onto your skin, even the part that you don't see, and it could cause an allergy, so you don't want to do that. And then I just paint the inside of the nail. These tips, you don't have to buff the inside, but when I didn't use these types of tips, like when I used the Dollar Tree tips, I just used my nail drill and buffed out the inside of the nail, and then I would use a brush, put alcohol on it, wipe it off, rub the inside of the nail until it kind of got it foggy. If you paint your nail lightly, like a light coat, and then you paint the inside of this nail, that works so much better for me than putting some in here and trying to, you know, push it on there and then it gets all over your skin, whatever. I put it like this on the very end by my cuticle, and you're just gonna push, and you want to put it in here and count. I count to 20, but you can count to 10.
You want to give it a lot of force, girl.
You have your first tip on. You're going to clean your brush, wipe it off, clean that excess, and you don't want to do any filing or anything right now. Go ahead and do that for your other 4 fingers, and then you're going to cure for a whole minute. Before you cure your nail all the way, you want to make sure that you get all the excess from under here with a brush.
Like so.
Alcohol and wipe. I have to go make dinner, and then I will be back.
So we going like this. Going like this, okay?
And as a mom,
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.